Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Monday, November 13th, 2023 by Gaia Blooming. Wolfie, I have a candle going, so of course Wolf's like, what's this? This is Wolfie. Get on down, Wolf. Thank you. That's Wolfie. I am Mimi, and our energy mantra for today is I nurture the alchemy between my inner light and my inner shadows, between my consciousness and my subconsciousness. And here we are, New Moon Monday. We have a new moon. Actually, as of the recording of this, it's just like several hours away. The new moon is technically happening at 1:27 a.m. Pacific time. So many of you, the new moon will have passed by the time you watch this. However, we got some intense energies working with us in this new moon and throughout the day. So this new moon is working in opposition with Uranus. We have the new moon at 20 degrees and Uranus is at 21 degrees. Within about a half an hour of the peak of the new moon, the moon and Uranus will reach their opposition. And then within, 8 hours of the new moon, the sun and Uranus will reach their opposition. So it's a Uranus-y day. It's a Uranus-y moon. I love, in my Patreon group, the analogy that came up for this new moon. So the Scorpio energy in this new moon is like a magnetic mud mask that you put on your face. And Uranus, in this case, is the magnet that pulls the mud and the impurities off and out of your face. So it is a purifying new moon. It's very potent. Uranus is very triggery. And Scorpio is already deep. So just to have the Uranus energy working with this has a lot of power in it. This is a really good day to get grounded and work on staying grounded, as Uranus can bring sudden accidents. It's change and liberation. So if something like that is happening, it is meant to help you shift something. It's meant to help you liberate something. But sometimes it's also a reminder like, hey, you got to stay grounded. You got to pay attention to this energy. Now, in addition to all of this, we had this weekend Mars and Uranus in their opposition, but we're going to have the sun still building to that conjunction with Mars, and we're going to have the moon and Mars also connecting. And moon and Mars is also very intense, maybe even a little frenetic, and it can be a little bit of temper tantrum energy as our emotions and frustrations reach a peak. I do feel like the dark of the moon is meant to help us purge out energies. And so this new moon is definitely helping us purge. But do keep in mind that a new moon is also where we seed intentions. And Scorpio is the heart of our desire. So hopefully there will be some beautiful desires coming forth. Now it's interesting because I brought up that this energy, it can be our darkness and light, but also our conscious and our subconscious energy. And I think Scorpio can often key us into subconscious energy. I've been reading a great book, Change Your Mind by R.J. Spina, and he mentioned that the subconscious is like always collecting anything that we've ever experienced in this lifetime and other lifetimes. And so our subconscious is aware of all that, even if our consciousness is not. This energy can be quite reactive. And so staying conscious can help you move through reactivity. The Sabian symbol for this is also very interesting and brings to light that subconscious energy. It's a woman draws away 2 dark curtains, closing the entrance to the sacred pathway. And it feels significant that it's like a woman and it's this dark pathway. It does feel more like it's the subconscious, more like it's the yin energy we're connecting to with this Sabian symbol. So the Sabian symbol for 21, Scorpio, we're moving towards, is obeying his conscience. A soldier resists orders. It's interesting because, that to me really feels like a lot of what's going on in the world right now, like deciding if we want to follow what the government says is aligned and right, or if we are deciding for ourselves what feels aligned and right. But it also can be on that yin and yang energies. The yin is always talking to us. Our intuition is always talking to us. We don't always listen. And that can be the yang being like, I'm not going to listen. I'm going to react. I'm going to do it like the way I want to do it. I think all of us work best when we work in tandem in our inner yin and yang. So do keep that in mind. If you are a little rebellious, even within yourself, Uranus energy can be very rebellious. So watch for that today as well. Besides this powerful new moon with Uranus, which I honestly feel like this new moon kind of feels a bit eclipsy. It's not an eclipse, but it's powerful like one. It's like drawing energy forth like one. Besides this energy going on, we will have the moon connecting to Neptune. So like I said, our intuition is going to be very loud in this. Connecting to Pluto as well before shifting into Sagittarius, not till 6:23 p.m. Pacific time. But in those connections, that Pluto and that Neptune energy, there's definitely, that's interesting, looking at the chart, there's definitely some karmic energy that's also coming up and processing. So interesting. So somebody made this connection. So I made my post the other day with a lion card, the courage card. It's in you. And I almost mentioned, a friend had told me that there was a lion walking through Rome that had gotten loose from a circus. And that felt so karmic, because I think of like the Colosseum and lions being there. And so it just felt so karmic, like wrapping up some old karmic energies, that there was a lion walking through Rome. These energies, these times are so karmic, wrapping up really old fears, traumas, wounds, timelines that we have connected in. What I was saying was interesting is Lilith is hanging out in Leo, kind of holding that yachty space in there to remind us to move through these seeming eye of the needles with as much love as possible. Love will draw you through the transformation. Love for yourself, love for others. I know when we're all fighting about who's right and who's wrong, that it can be hard to love others, but truly, from as much consciousness as any of us can muster, we are all doing our best in any given moment. And making that subconscious, bringing it forward, is the work for us to level up and level through this. Moon into Sagittarius will be joining Mercury in Sagittarius and hopefully giving us some higher alchemical insight to help us in shifting these levels, but it will be connecting to Saturn, a bit of square with Saturn. So again, Monday just kind of feels intense. Like I said, we are building this week to that Sun and Mars conjunction late on Friday. So watch your reactivity, because this could be a really super reactive week. That being said, don't be fake. We have the politics card. The politics card isn't saying like be fake with your energies, be fake with your emotions, but it's saying cultivate your awareness of your energies, cultivate your awareness of your emotions. Interesting cards. We have the Hermit at the top of the cards today. Sorry, not flipping you off with my fingers. Just trying to hold the card. Aloneness. Taking some time in your own bubble. And I would say even like firming up the boundaries of your own bubble in this energy. Boundaries are going to be important in and through this. We also have the Inner Voice card. We have the Silence card. I got the Silence card in my patron group as well. I know that right now it looks pretty dark, but I do believe that this is part of the process of bringing up the darkness so we can really see the truth of what's going on to bring us to a beautiful, bright future. It's like being sick. It's like when you have infection that's leaving your body through a wound. Sometimes the ugliness, sometimes the illness has to come up and make itself known before it can process its way out. And we can't begrudge the time. If it needs to do it, it needs to do it. And listening to our inner voice can help us through it. But watch how your mind can make it a burden. Watch how your mind can make anything bad or good depending on how it wants to look at it. And sometimes we just need to be neutral. Sometimes we just need to breathe our way through the things. So I'm going to leave that there for today. Breathe through it. Be grounded in this energy. And be very aware of whatever shadows are coming up to play in and through this. They are coming up to be seen, not pushed down. See them and work with healing them. And watch yourself rise up into the light. Well, I might as well show you this if I have it right here. Do I have it right here still? I do. For my patron group, I pulled the lighthouse card. As my lighthouse shimmers for others, it lights my own way too. So, hold space in your inner light. Be the lighthouse for yourself and others. You can book a reading. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better gets, the better gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and remember who you are. Namaste.